Hey gamers, it's Tori, and I want to welcome you to a very special episode of Holy Pinterest, It Worked. There was a bit of a nerd tragedy in my household over the weekend. I was watching Netflix on my computer, and I had my phone, and I had a glass of water. You can guess where this is going. My phone inexplicably leapt off the computer and directly into a full glass of water. So, of course, I panicked, pulled the phone out, started prying the back off to wipe it down, and I remembered that I've seen several places on Pinterest that if your phone or iPod or whatever little electronic device gets wet, that you can put it in a bowl of rice, and that the rice would absorb the moisture out of the electronic and hopefully save it. So I'm prying it apart. I'm running to the kitchen. I grab a towel and pat down any wetness that I can see. Pull out the battery, pull out the SIM card, dump the whole thing in a bowl, and pour half a bag of rice over it. I left the phone in the rice for 24 hours, because then after I did this, I of course went and looked the tip up on the internet and saw that the consensus was that you leave it for 24 hours minimum and pray to the nerd gods that your phone does not have water damage, because if it does, you're pretty much screwed. Void your contract. So for 24 very tense hours, the phone sat in a bowl of rice, with my kids thinking that was a fun game to dig the SIM card out of the rice. So that was fun. But then Saturday night, I dug the pieces of the phone out, wiped them down to get all the rice flour or whatever, the rice dust, whatever you call that, off all the little pieces, put the phone back together, and I'm happy to report that it fired right back up, turned right back on. I charged it. The battery was almost dead when this happened anyway. Charged the phone up, and that was Saturday night that it came out of the rice, and I'm making this video on Monday evening, and knock wood, the phone still works, still is fine, and I've had no issues. So hopefully this is a tip that you will never have to use, because it's absolutely terrifying waiting until you can see if you just ruined your phone, especially having to wait 24 hours when you're not a patient person. But at least now you know firsthand from someone you know and trust, that if that ever happens and your electronics get wet, even fully submerged, all is not lost. There is still hope. Wipe them down carefully, put them in a bowl of rice for 24 hours minimum, and take them out, wipe them off, put it back together, and hope for the best. Gosh, I never thought I would cover such a serious subject on Holy Pinterest It Worked. But there you go. So thanks for tuning in to a very special episode of Holy Pinterest It Worked, and hopefully I will see you all back for the next Tuesday tutorial, which will be the first in the series of Tori Tries Cosplay. We've had the polls. The winner of the cosplay poll for Doctor Who was the TARDIS or Idris. I have a few ideas that I'm going to be throwing around, and next week I'm going to be showing you all how to make a dress form, because when you're plus size like me, it's pretty damn expensive to buy a dress form. So I found a tutorial, and my husband and I are in process right now of making a dress form so that I can get started on my TARDIS and or Idris costume for Amazing Arizona. So now you're all up to date. Again, I hope so much that you never have to use the tip for drying out your phone, and I will see you guys all next week for the Tuesday tutorial. See you in the game!